With us now, also from Arizona, is Republican Congressman David Schweikert. He is the chairman of the Joint Economic Committee, and we appreciate you making time for us today. Congressman, you're going to be heading there shortly for the memorial. Why is it important for you, to be there?
Well, first, Charlie and his family were actually part of our community. So for many of us, it's a bit more unique. You'd run into he and his wife and his little kids at, the Cheesecake restaurant and other things of that nature. But also, when you actually have something like this, where you're suddenly seeing young people showing up in meetings and discussions and those things, it's an opportunity to sort of talk about, memorialize the impact he's had, both not only on the community, but also on the movement.
Okay, all of that is true, but it's also true that there has been a pretty ugly debate about which party is responsible for the rise in political violence in America. And there are some in your party, including the president, putting the blame just squarely on the left. But I took note of what Karl Rove wrote in the Wall Street Journal. He said, no, Charlie Kirk wasn't killed by them. They didn't pull the trigger. One person did. Apparently a young man driven by impulse and a terrible hate. Using Charlie's murder to justify retaliation against political rivals is wrong and dangerous. It will further divide and embitter our country. No good thing will come of it. What do you say to that?
Really well said. And look, your opening was also terrific, Chris. This is also, I was also friends with Gabby Gifford, with what happened there. You have this happening on 4 or 5 different levels. There's those who see the world through their political ambitions, desires, and they're constantly looking for a wedge. There's those who are trying to figure out, what is society? What do we look like as a people? What's our fidelity to the Constitution, our future? I'm hoping actually the better angels sort of win here. But let's be honest, in modern politics, you've covered this for years. Let no crisis, no opportunity go, unused to try to wedge the other side, blame the other side. But it is a commentary on where we are sort of culturally. And I would even argue the collapse of what you and I referred mainstream media, and the fact that we now get our news, in bits and pieces and tweets and other things. And so much of it is now distorted. We almost live and do politics in a distortion field.
Well, about that. So the assassination has also sparked a broader argument about free speech. So I want you to compare and contrast 2 points of view from within your own party. Senator Cynthia Lummis said, under normal times and normal circumstances, I tend to think that the First Amendment should always be sort of the ultimate right. I don't feel that way anymore. We can't just let people call each other these kinds of insane things and then be surprised when politicians get shot. Contrast that with Senator Jerry Moran from Kansas, also a conservative Republican. We should all be very cautious. The conservative position is free speech, and we better be very careful about any lines we cross in diminishing free speech. Where are you on that spectrum?
I'm a free speech absolutist. I believe the Constitution is the Constitution. If you don't like it, then go through the battles and try to change it. But and actually, I think it was actually even Charlie Kirk that made the point. The solution is more speech, not less speech.
Well, that's been my experience. Okay, Congressman, we appreciate you squeezing us in today. We thank you. Okay, and you, America, if you ever humped it up Camelback Mountain, you would know him already. But if you don't, there he is, Congressman David Schweikert.